breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just adjusted T2, 4, and 9. Hold. Her arm's weak because all that energy got released. Now the next step is to move some energy up the body. Hold, 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 hold. Hold, hold, hold. Now we're doing adjustment for complexing. Hold, hold, and hold. So we did the right breast, left breast, and under the xiphoid. Now we're going to adjust T11, L1, and T7 in three-phase respiration. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, and hold your arm up and hold. She's in yin, all that energy got released. Now we're going to go to the spiritual level. Hold, hold, hold. If your innate intelligence is willing to cooperate with us, your arm will go weak with a yes answer. Give me a yes answer. Resist. Is your primary problem spiritual? Resist. Your primary spiritual problem benefit from reading one of the Psalms, Tao Te Ching, 1 through 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 56, 57. Okay. I want you to read the Tao Te Ching number 57, right here.
If you want to be a great leader, you must learn to follow the Tao. Stop trying to control. Let go of fixed plans and concepts, and the world will govern itself. The more prohibitions you have, the less virtuous people will be. The more weapons you have, the less secure people will be. The more subsidies you have, the less reliant people will be. Therefore, the Master says, I let go of the law, and people become honest. I let go of economics, and people become prosperous. I let go of religion, and people become serene. I let go of all desire for the common good, and the good becomes common as grass.
Now we're going to test to see what happened to her physical body. Jut your neck forward, please. Turn to the right. Hold. The neck is strong. The neck is back in alignment. Lie on your back, please. Lift your leg up. Turn your leg out. I'm going to push down, resist. The femur is also holding now. Now turn face down, please. I'm going to push down, resist. The right hamstring strong. I'm going to push down, resist, and the left hamstring strong. So now we have a stable lower back, a stable sacroiliac, where before it was unstable.
Good morning, and welcome to KMST's Morning from Monterey, the Central Coast Morning Talk Show, with your host, Kathy Nash.
All of us have taken a walk through a forest, along a river or the ocean, and somehow we feel good when we're really enmeshed in nature. Our depression, irritability, worries, and fears seem to disappear. Why does that happen, and how can those same qualities be used to help us in our everyday lives? Here to answer those questions is Dr. Raphael Retner. He's a chiropractor from Carmel, and it's nice to have you with us, Dr. Retner. How can we take those same good feelings, those same qualities of nature, and really bring them into our everyday lives so that life is nicer, is easier?
Well, what we can do is take something called Bach flower remedies. These are natural remedies from England that are homeopathic, and they work on the emotions of the body.
Now, when you say homeopathic, it's a term most of us have heard, but what does it mean specifically?
Well, it's like treating like. In other words, there's two types. There's allopathic, which is the regular medicines you get in the drugstore, and there's homeopathic, which is very popular over in Europe and in England. And as a matter of fact, the Queen and the whole royal family is treated homeopathically. And there's some doctors that use that in the United States. And it's basically using very small doses of a substance that will help to alleviate a illness.
And when you say, what's the difference, though, between it and allopathic medicine? You said it's like treating like?
All right. For example, if you had an allergy to poison oak, instead of taking a remedy for the poison oak, something that would suppress the symptoms, you might take a couple of drops of the poison oak of the poison, that's diluted 10,000 times, and all that's left is that energy essence of the poison.
Almost like an inoculation, or not an inoculation, a vaccination. Yeah. Huh, interesting. All right, so you say that the Bach flowers then, or the Bach flower remedies, are homeopathic medicines, and what do?
Well, what they do is affect the emotions of the body. For example, if you had an emotion that you didn't express, like anger, and then you had tight shoulders or cold or flu or something like that because the anger was just bottled up and your resistance was brought down because of that, what these would do is help to bring the emotion up to the surface and allow you to release it. Instead of being so stuck in the body, it would be more fluid and much easier to release.
Now, how does it do that, though?
What it does is it works on an energetic level with the body, interacting with the emotions of the body, and helping the subconscious part of the mind, the positive part of the subconscious that wants to be in a positive state and is being put down by the personality. It helps to interact with that part and release the negative emotion.
Now, you said it does it energetically. What do you mean energetically?
Well, it's working on a subtle energy level. In other words, it's not a strong chemical that's going to suppress symptoms.
Yeah.
What it's doing is affecting, there's energy in your body, and there's energy in the remedy. The two interact and brings it into harmony.
So that's actually how it works then, is the energy from the flower and the energy.
Right.
Now, can we measure this energy? I mean...
Yes, the energy can be measured by an instrument called the Vol machine, which comes from Germany, which you can also measure the acupuncture points with the Vol machine. You can measure different vitamins, minerals, even medications with the Vol machine.
And so then, once this energy from the flowers interacts with the energy within your body, and then you're able to actually release the negative emotion that's causing the problem, or I guess problem's the word, then what happens? You feel good and you never have to worry about it again?
Well, what happens is you're given the opportunity to change your attitude, change your feelings. And some people are very resistant to change, and it may take a long time. Other people want to change immediately, and you can just release it. And you may not need the remedy more than one time.
Really?
Yeah.
So it could be that, and are you talking about a permanent thing then?
Permanent change, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Affirmations. Now, you mentioned something about that. You take, all right, I'm feeling anger, and you would suggest what for me?
Well, if you feel anger, holly is a good remedy to take. That's for opening up the heart center.
All right.
And very often that's felt in the chest when you have unexpressed anger. So when you take the holly, it's good to, right afterwards, to say the affirmation that is about love.
Okay, this is it. I'll take holly. I'm feeling anger now, so I took my couple of drops of holly, and it says, I open my heart, I express the love I feel, I receive the love of others, I feel my unity with all life in a universe of abundance, I respond to others with understanding and compassion, and then I release the anger, and that's it.
Right, what you would do is take the remedy, and you might have to say that affirmation 10, 20 times until you feel the emotion release. You may only need to say it once, but it depends. It's a positive thought about a negative emotion, and then you get to release it.
Now, the Bach flowers, as you can see, are all along here, and they're in little bottles like this. And literally, they're just the essence of the flower captured inside this glass bottle?
Yeah. It's the energy essence of the flowers.
It tastes like, though, when we did it a little bit earlier, it tasted alcohol-y.
Yeah, it is in a preservative of brandy.
Oh, no wonder. Okay. And so you don't take that whole thing then? I mean...
No, you just take a few drops.
Yeah.
And there are people who have problems with alcoholism, and we preserve it in apple cider vinegar or in water.
Yeah. So you can get whatever is appropriate for you then. Now, how do you know for sure? Because I noticed as I read through some of these, there were a couple of them that seemed to be appropriate for anger. Is that not true?
Yes, that is true, but what we do is a form of testing called applied kinesiology, which is testing the strength of a muscle, and then we can test your body, put them on the body and test to see which one will affect the strength of the muscle.